Hi, Shelly here. Today I'm playing in my art journal and the puppies are playing at my feet. I'm going to be using some stencils, some tissue paper, a shopping bag, and texture paste to what I hope will be a fun winter tree effect. Anyways, I hope you'll enjoy this video and let's see how it turns out. Today I want to start out with a little bit of stenciling in the background. I just want a little bit of interest. A lot of it, or most of it, you're not going to see, but anything peeking through it'd be kind of fun to have a little something peeking through. I've got a script stencil. I've got my dauber and my dark gray. I'm not trying to get a perfect image here. I just want a little something in my background. My machine got a little bit too aggressive on this stencil and cut out many of my O's, and so I need to recut it, but I mean, for what I'm doing, I really don't care that much. Got a little bit too globby there. Don't love that, but hopefully it's not going to be show and be a big deal. Now this will dry quickly because there isn't much on here, so I'll just do it with my heat tool real quick so we can. Because I'm in my art journal, most of the time I like to use Mod Podge because it's inexpensive and I have a ton of it I need to use up. I've got a bunch of tissue paper all in the blue family, and I'm just going to tear these up and collage them onto this background. All right, now I'm going to just go in with my Mod Podge quickly and apply a nice, without cat hair in it. Not worried about wrinkles. I'm not trying to be too fussy. Just trying to get a good mix and some interest in my background. Now I'm going to get my baby wipes and gently kiss my journal page so that everything's the same texture and it dries as evenly as possible. My page is dry, so now I'm just going to peel away my backing and trim up my edges. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do here. I know I want my trees to be a silver, a metallic silver. So I think what I'm going to do is put out my medium gray and my light gray. Take some water and see what happens when I just put a wash over this whole thing. can see this texture from my wallpaper paste on my last page, or on my, which one was that? My farmhouse journal page coming through. It's not really doing a lot for me. Let's go in with lighter and more. Okay, I'm liking that. Now I want to add a little bit of my sterling silver, metallic. And I'm going to dip it, my wadded up shopping bag in the paint, kind of move it around, and then come in and just tap lightly, just a little bit of a something in that background. Kind of hard to see unless you move it in the light. Now we'll dry that. Okay, I've got my tree stencil here, my 3 bear trees, and this is from my Peace on Earth video from a couple of Christmases ago. And I think what I want to do, I don't know, I've never mixed metallic paint with this paste before, but I would like to, I'm gonna experiment and see if it works. Could be a total fail, but I want to mix a good little amount of paint. This is probably too much. Let's not go crazy with it. And these metallics, you've really got to mix them up well. And maybe my wallpaper paste would work for this, but I really want something a little more with some more body to it than that. And so that's why I'm using my white paste, but it's going to really thin out here, probably with the use of with the addition of the paint. So like I said, it could be, I don't know. We're gonna see. See, mixing it with that white is lightening up my color, but it's dark enough to where that might be okay. Since I'm playing around and experimenting, I think I'm going to try adding in some sequin black and a little bit of black glitter and see what happens. I don't know if I've added glitter to my paste before. Maybe, I don't know. But we're heading into, we're in the last part of November and the holidays are coming up here in a week or so, or Thanksgiving is, and we are already well into winter here in Iowa. And so it's the only time of year I really use glitter, or I don't use a lot of metallic and things normally. So I think it'd be kind of fun. Now I can't see where the metallic black, the sequin, did anything. And maybe I didn't put in enough, I don't know, but that's pretty smooth and it just looks gray to me. So let's add a bunch of glitter to it, see what happens. I can see none of the black glitter, but what if we put it on and then added some black glitter on top? I've got some extra fine silver and some white. The white would maybe give us that snow-like effect. I'm gonna go with the gray because that's what the kind of the vein I'm going in. Let's stick with that. And just put some glitter on there. Okay. See what we get. Ooh, okay, that's cool. Now I see some spots that didn't get glitified, so I'm gonna go back in, add a little more glitter. Oop. And I think, since I'm using paper today, I'm just gonna cut that off. And I hate to cut away too much paper because then it's gonna be harder to get my paste on there. And I would love to be able to overlap it. Well, maybe I can a little bit there. Without smushing it too much. I'm hoping that when this paste dries, it will still be metallic, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. We will just have to wait and see. Here in Iowa, we have a thing called the hoarfrost, which is H-O-A-R, which is absolutely amazing. Not right now, but we will have this winter when it gets really cold and you wake up in the morning and all the dew has frozen onto the trees, and just every part of the tree is sparkling and beautiful. Icy little crystals of ice. It's just absolutely, like I said, very, very awesome. Now I have a few places that you could see that spilled over, and normally but I'm not gonna mess with it and fix them there. I'm gonna leave it like it is. Well, I have a big blah here. Let my paste dry completely. Then we'll see what we've got. And do we want to do a tree? Do we want to do another tree? Or we could leave it with 3 trees and put something in here. Just don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it there and let it dry, and we'll think about it. It's a couple hours later. Puppies are playing. And I'm just gonna go through and with a brush off my trees, or most of it. You really can never get all the glitter off, can you? I sure don't like that right there. How can I fix that? Maybe afterwards I can put a little paint over that spot. Yeah, I think that'll fix it. I better try and fix it right now, because once we add the rest of our trees, all right, I think that is good. I've got a grocery bag, and I'm gonna cut it in half. Wad it up. And what I want to try is to make my trees with my modeling paste a little more full. So I'm going to get some modeling paste know if this is gonna work or not, but it seems like it should. Let's do it on a practice sheet first, just to make sure my idea is gonna work. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. It's gonna give it some nice texture and fill out my trees. I think this is gonna be good. All right, now we'll get our glitter. And this time I'm going to should have just left this under here. Trying not to get glitter everywhere. All right. I'm not gonna brush it off yet, but I'll just tap it off. All right, now we'll let this dry. I got to thinking about it, and I went through my stash and found a Bible verse that I really love. And I have it on Bible paper. And so I decided, I went through and put my journal in the garbage upside down and tried to, with my heat tool, kind of blow some of the loose glitter off. But I can still see some around here, and I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge this on really quick so that as my paste finishes drying, this will be dry as well. I hate to have to wait for that to dry, and then I have to wait for this to dry, and that's part of the fun with mixed media. I think you're always waiting for something to dry, and that's okay, but I'm anxious to get the next step going, so I thought if I could have two things drying at once, that would be fantastic. Oop. All right, now we'll let all this dry, and then we can see what we want to do to kind of make this go with everything. Bring it all together, maybe. I brushed off my glitter again, and I love how everything's looking. My trees, oh, super excited how it turned out. I'll hold it up high so you can really, hopefully you can really take in that texture, but that is fun, I think. So now I'm going to see what I can do to bring in my bursts. I'm going to put out a little bit of my light gray. Just a smidge of my dark. And I think I'm just going to go around the edges with my brush and then kind of tap with my finger to kind of get it to blend. Now to finish her off, I think I'm going to put a coat of Mod Podge over the whole thing so that I keep that glitter in. Either that or it's going to plague me for years to come. I don't like to get glitter in my Mod Podge, so I will put just a little bit in a cup. I already have, this is the brush I've been using for brushing the glitter off. I'll just tap around, get down in that, all that texture and get everything coated well. The glitter into the modeling paste, I'm calling that a fail-ish, because I mean, I got some cool texture out of it. So if you're, remember that if you ever want to put glitter in your, at least the modeling paste that I use. It gave us some nice texture, and I'm grateful for that, but it did not give me the glitter effect that I thought it might. My baby wipe, get my baby wipe and make everything even. And then because I know I have some scattered bits of glitter, and because I want my whole page to look cohesive, I'm going to go ahead and just, how am I going to do it? Sprinkle a little bit here and there. I don't want to go crazy with it. Just want to accentuate it. I don't want to overpower anything. Okay, now we'll let this dry and see what we've got. See if we need to do anything else to it. Well, that's my page. I love how it turned out. So hey, thanks for joining me today, and I hope you join me in my next video. Bye for now.